Welcome to my YouTube channel called Daily Dose. So today we are going to quickly discuss three layers of an app. So one of the reason I'm making this video is because when I was doing my education, like I was not able to understand why I was studying any programming languages or where do they fit, like all the various components and whatnot. So that one of the intention to create this YouTube video is to give some clarity by using some basic common languages, common examples. So some of the examples of an app, like anything which we use today, can be called as an app. It could be a mobile app or a web app if you're using on your system or on your mobile devices, or like nowadays we also have AR VR glasses and whatnot. So some of the common examples of an app could be WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Those are like social media applications which we use to connect with our friends. And then we have Gmail, Outlook, and other apps like where we use it to communicate with others. So let's take an example of a restaurant and try to correlate with those three layers of an application. So consider this restaurant is it serves like fruits, salads, and ice creams and other things. So there is the customer who arrives at the restaurant and they check the menu, and then it orders the required food item the customer needs. Then we have a waiter here which would take that particular request of food item, pass it on to the kitchen, and then we have a master chef here who would um, basically understand what the order is, check the recipes in the kitchen, and start preparing. So to prepare any food item, as we all know, in our kitchen we need ingredients. So here the ingredients are stored in a storage area or a fridge. So this once it has the required ingredients, it will come back to the kitchen, start preparing. Once the food item is ready, the waiter would give it back to the the cook would give it back to the waiter, and then waiter pass it on to the customer. Similarly, let's try to understand the three layers of an application. So this can be compared with the kitchen or restaurant area, where so the three, just to start with, on the three components of the application. There are the three components are user interface layer, application programming interface layer, and data layer. So the customer arriving at a restaurant and reading the menu can be correlated with the screens on our systems today, or uh, mobile, where we see, where we log into a website or use an app. So whatever we see on the screen, like it's called user interface layer, as the user is interfacing with that particular screen or that particular components, that is user interface. So consider it like you're a user and who is using YouTube today. It could be on the mobile or on the system which you are using. So you will go to Google, or you will just open and search for YouTube, and this particular URL is used to reach out to YouTube. So in that YouTube channel, and then you are trying to access my channel, which is Daily Dose. So you will click on the channel name. So once that channel name is clicked, what happens in the background is a request is generated from the user interface to the application layer. So in this layer, this is similar to what happens in the kitchen. So this particular master chef, he receives the request, and similarly here application programmable interface is basically has received this request, and here you can see it's trying to find its ingredients. So in this case the ingredients could be the name of my channel, like that is Daily Dose. So it will try to find that particular information in the data layer. So data layer is nothing but, it can be compared with the fridge or storage layer, where we store our data. So it can be in the form of tables with rows and columns, or it could be in the document format. So application programmable interface is capable of accessing the data layer. It will try to find the required information, and then once it has the required information, and all the related information related to particular request. It gives it back to the user interface layer, and then the user is able to access uh, that particular website. So this is like a brief example of three components of user interface, three components of our web applications or any applications which we use on the day-to-day life. So just to give you a quick overview, today we compared restaurant example with the layers of an application. The three layers are, just to repeat and try to uh, make a point here, is user interface layer, where the user interacts with the uh, particular website or an application. Then we have application programmable interface. This is where the business magic happens, or based on the requirement, this particular layer will interact with the data layer, fetches the information, gives it back to the UI. Thank you very much for joining today. Have a good one.